Well, hello everybody, welcome to a new weekly vlog. I actually just a few seconds ago finished off the last vlog because I had a busy weekend with my girlfriend. So yeah, I was just coming in to introduce this vlog because we need to pick a new book because I just finished A Garden Ruins. So let's go to the black shelf. Okay, so the black is a little bit mixed up with the beigey books. It just depends on how tall they are, whether we can fit or not. So the ones that I haven't read is Chess Machine, which is I just got from my family home. I think it's my siblings. Juliet Marillier, the chunky one, and The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly. And I think that is the one I'm going to go for. I don't know if you can, yes, look at that, look how pretty, oh my god. So as you can see, I do like me some John Connolly, but I've never read this one before. I think this is more of a fantasy and more of a younger age bracket, because those thrillers are definitely not for a younger age bracket. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be reading. Hi there, I'm here with my it's purry baby. I realized with the Book of Lost Things, I don't know what it's about, but I should probably find out so I can tell you. So I'm just reading you from Storygraph. High in his attic bedroom, 12-year-old David mourns the death of his mother with only the books on his shelf for company. But those books have begun to whisper to him in the darkness. Angry and alone, he takes refuge in his imagination and soon finds that reality and fantasy have begun to meld. While his family falls apart around him, David is violently propelled into a world that is strange reflection of his own, populated by heroes, monsters, and ruled by a fated king who keeps his secrets in a mysterious book, the Book of Lost Things. So it's basically a fantasy or a magical realism. So that sounds really interesting. I've not read John Connolly writing this type of book before, so I'm intrigued to get into it. I've heard a lot of really good things. So yeah, very exciting. Hi pals, it's Tuesday. So today is not exactly what we were planning. Last night about 11 o'clock I heard dripping, and then I went out into my hallway and there was water running down the wall. Our geyser burst. Fun. So yeah, today is dealing with insurance people coming in and hopefully plumbers to fix the damn thing. Real pain in the ass. Super duper pain in the ass. But I have got, geez, like 100 pages into the Book of Lost Things, and it's so good so far. Oh my gosh, like, I don't know if this is supposed to be a YA or middle grade, but it's quite like gory, because I mean, it's John Connolly, he writes gore very well. sounds like a misnomer, but anyway. So I'm going to say our main character and then forget his name. David. David, it's set during World War II. So David goes out into the garden of his stepmother's house and he finds this gap between the wall, and he sees a German bomber coming down that's going to crash into the garden, and he goes through the hole in the wall and he goes into a completely different world, and it's full of flowers with the faces of babies and like children that cry and have barbs that can poison you, and these strange wolf creatures that are part human, part wolf. And he gets rescued by this woodsman, and the woodsman starts telling him different stories about what happens in their world, and they're all some kind of twisted take on a fairy tale, and it is creepy and atmospheric and wonderful. I'm really glad I picked this one up. I love John Connolly. I haven't read John Connolly in so long, but reading something so different from him is excellent. I might show you my new flat today, depending on when the plumbers and everything comes. I want to move some stuff over today, so you might get a glance at my new place in the next clip. We'll see how we go. Hi everyone, welcome to my new backyard. I'm sorry if it's a bit loud, there is a road right there, but I am here to drop off my compost and to just have a look and measure some things. I'm only moving in a couple of weeks, and then to spread some compost on my lawn because she's a bit sad, but I can work with this. So yeah, I'm just going to spread compost and yeah, enjoy my new space. Be in my new space. See how it feels. Yeah? sprinkler system. Heck yeah. So, living space, kitchen, this is my bedroom. I love this wall texture. It's going to be so pretty to film in front of. And then, yeah, this bathroom. You don't need to see the bathroom. Yeah. Excited to get my furniture in here, make it feel like mine. Hey, pals. So, hang on, let me check. Yes, I recorded a whole clip yesterday talking about my dog Vanessa, and the wrong camera was on. So you can just see this view of my front garden. I look like a scruff bag because we still don't have a geyser. So I haven't exercised the last 2 days because I don't want to get sweaty, and then yesterday I ended up showering at my new place anyway. But yeah, I'm not going to drive all the way to my new place again to shower today, so I have to wait until the geyser gets installed and everything. So I was supposed to film my wrap up today, but that's not going to happen if I look like a scruff bag. I'll just put that off for a little while. So I will update you on my dog Vanessa. So it's a really long audiobook, or like I presume physical book as well, but it's completely intentional. Like, it has the process of Vanessa realizing that she was groomed and that she was abused. We still haven't got to a point where she actually like has acknowledged like this is something that he should not have done. Like, there's been a few little bits. Like, I don't really want to spoil the whole book for you because I really think it's worth a read, but it really goes through the very slow stages of Vanessa coming to terms with what happened to her. And we get a lot of her inner monologue telling us about how she feels about what Strain did to her. Strain is the teacher. And how she differentiates between the girls that came forward and what happened to her, and how she separates herself from them, thinking that it's not the same. And we're still sort of at that point right now in her book, which is, it's tough. And it's a really hard thing that she's obviously going through. It's a really hard thing to read about. But I think it's really important for people to read something like this so that they can understand the gaslighting that goes into what happens to survivors and victims. I don't like to use the word victim. Survivors, much better. And it's just a really well thought out way of narrating this so that it really gets into your brain, like how this sort of gaslighting and brainwashing can completely change the way that you think. And it also looks at how other people will react to the person that is not in power in the situation, because I mean, this could be either of the sexes, different gender identities, but it's the power balance that's the issue here. And it really goes into how people see the person that is not in power and the injustice that goes into people viewing others in that sort of situation. But anyway, I'm going to have breakfast, carry on with my day, and just wait for a geyser. Hi there, I'm at my house. My brother is showering. I'm bathing in this beautiful sunset that I'm going to get graced with every day, as you can see. So I've just been bringing stuff. So like, let me show you. That is a chest that my mom refurbed that's going to be my coffee table. That's full of some kitchen equipment that I'm not using all the time. And then I just shoved, there we go, pretty cool bottle. My friend gave that to me. Sitting on the cake stand just in the corner, just to look aesthetic. It might not, but it's just pretty for now. Hello everybody, we're back in the car again. This was a cute clip the last time, a little bit more conversational, so I'm doing it again. I'm sorry about the noises that you can hear in my steering wheel. There's something rattling around in there. Yeah, I just thought, like, I like the situations where I get to vlog where it's a little bit more conversational, because there's one thing that I do notice with my sit down videos is, besides the fact that I get very anxious about them, I start to dissociate with them. And I know it's to do with practice, and like the more that I do it, the more comfortable I'm going to be in front of a camera. I mean, you hear people who've been on YouTube for forever
who like look back at their own videos and they're like, oh my god, I was so awkward. And yeah, I'm still getting used to it, but vlogging is definitely the thing that it just hits me more. It like suits me more because I am like a very, very casual person. I don't do well with super formal things. But anyway, I don't want this to go on too long because I have 45 minutes of my Dark Vanessa left, which I am excited to get into. This writer, Kate, I know I said Kate Ellis Marshall in the last one. It's Kate Elizabeth Russell. She's done this so carefully. She's done this so subtly, and like she hasn't rushed through any of the storyline, because it's very important that this gets spoken about in a way that feels natural and feels like something that Vanessa would have been going through at that moment, and the way she processes it, and how it's not just like a, oh look, I was raped, you know, like something like that. So I really appreciate the delicacy, but the realism that she does this with, I think it's really impressive. And then like another one, I think I'm going to be finishing 2 books this week. I am maybe 70 pages from the end of the Book of Lost Things. Although this book has a child as the main character, which doesn't usually work for me, but this does work for me. Oh, my car's making a squeaky noise. Shit. Excuse me. So this book, even though it has I wouldn't let children read this because it is pretty gory. Like there are some really gross ways that people die in this, and geez, he does not shy away from killing off an important character or killing off a character that you thought was going to last a bit longer. It's very interesting, but it makes David feel very isolated, and like along this quest he's coming to contact with so many different things. There's one that I did want to mention that I thought was so funny. So he meets these dwarves, there's 7 of them. Nobody talks about what happened to number 6. I think number 6 went to work in his mother's bakery, so he's feeding capitalism because these dwarves are communists. I thought that was such a cool line to the story. And then turns out they poisoned Snow White because she was such a royal pain in the ass. So they try to blame it on her stepmother, but her stepmother had an alibi. So now anything that happens to Snow White, like in the future, like they know they're going to get into trouble for, so they just have to put up with her. But while she was poisoned, so while she was sleeping, you know, the prince is going to come and kiss her. So he comes and kisses her, and she wakes up and whacks him around the ears for taking liberties. Which she should. You should not kiss women who are asleep unless they're like, I don't know, your partner, and you're waking them up in a nice, kind way. But yeah, I found that very interesting. Anyway, I am going... Oh yeah, I didn't tell you why I'm in the car. We still don't have a freaking geyser. It's been like 3 days now. And I know I took my brother to shower yesterday, but I was like, you know what, if it's in the morning, I was like, no, you know what, I want to exercise. I haven't been able to exercise because I'm going to get sweaty and I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. So I exercised this morning, and now I'm moving 2 boxes of stuff and showering at the same time. So at least it's a win-win. It's a twofer. It's a 2-for-1 deal. Anyway, I'm going to carry on reading my Dark Vanessa, and I'll update you when I finish it. So what I thought was 45 minutes was in fact 15 minutes and 30-minute interview with the author. So I'm actually been listening to that while I've been putting stuff in these cupboards. It's not where they're going to live permanently, but it's just to get it out of my house, and then I use less boxes out of the environment, because I'm just going to keep reusing them. If you don't like ambiguous endings, this ending might annoy you. I really like ambiguous endings, so I really enjoyed it. I don't think it's a spoiler to say it's ambiguous because it's a very complex issue. But what I really liked about listening to the author talking about it is the fact that she's written this book over a decade. So she started when she was a teenager, like 17-ish, and she finished it when she was 30, which is why the teenage parts of it read so authentically. Like it reads like a teenager, and then the older parts read older because that's how she wrote it, and it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense, and it's so amazing to me that as a teenager she picked up on the fact that teenage girls are so sexualized and decided that was something she wanted to write about and something she knew was wrong right away, which is very interesting. and it shows why this story is so complex, because she said she had so many failed drafts before she got to the final one, and it's been worked, but not overworked. It's been worked carefully so that it's been really, really delicately handled, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, the next book that I'm going to be picking up is The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angelina Bully. She is a half Native American author, and it features a half Native American main character from the Ojibwe tribe. And so she's 18. She never feels at home, like in her hometown, and not on the reservation either, because she's half. She never feels like she fits in anywhere. She starts to fall for this guy who's on her brother's hockey team, and then at some point she manages to get involved in some kind of FBI investigation. So that's interesting. I'm just leaving my reading about it at that. I've heard amazing things, especially from Kayla from Books and Lala, so I'm excited to get into it. Now it's other home time.
Hi everyone, it's Friday, so I woke up with a little bit of a not the best headspace. Problem with stress dreams is that you can get triggers while you sleep. Fun. Yeah, I love getting triggered when I have absolutely zero control. Anyway, so I finished the Book of Lost Things this morning, so I just wanted to come in and round this vlog up. Today I'm gonna see if I can work. I'm just gonna have to gauge how I'm doing mentally, and then I'm going to take my girlfriend and her cat to the vet. Not my girlfriend to the vet, just the cat. But yeah, and then I'm going to pick a new book to start off with that I will put into next week's vlog. So and then I also finished my dog Vanessa this week, which is really cool. So if you did enjoy this vlog, please give it a like, maybe consider subscribing and tickling my bell for notifications, and I'll check you next time.